Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, angels, seraphim. So how many types of angels are there? Well, that depends. Scholars throughout history have debated this question. When people look at the biblical text, generally the answer can vary from 7 to 11 different types of angels. So as you read this, listen to this, please keep in mind this is not a comprehensive or conclusive list. There is much speculation and conjecture with this topic. Angels do have structure and order. There is much debate as to which group of angels is the most powerful. So we're going to focus on the seraphim in this particular post. The term is simply defined in the Hebrew as a fiery serpent. Seraphim is the plural form with the im ending. Context of biblical verses would suggest they are copper or amber in color. And the most comprehensive verse of description for seraphim is in Isaiah. And the scene is in heaven, context is in heaven. We're going to take a look at Isaiah 6, verses 1 through 4. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the foundations of the thresholds shook at the voice of him who called, and the house was filled with smoke. So, there's probably the best description one could find of seraphim in the Bible. Now, apparently heat and fire do not burn these beings. We're going to look at Isaiah 6, verses 6 and 7. This is a continuation of the comments in 1 through 4. Then one of the seraphim flew to me, having in his hand a burning coal that he had taken with tongs from the altar. And he touched my mouth and said, Behold, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. So this being is able to handle a burning coal and can hold it and then go to touch what would be Isaiah in the context of heaven. And then there's this incident in the wilderness with Moses and the, quote, fiery serpent, which is translated seraphim. Seraphim translated as fiery serpent. Numbers 21, verses 6 through 9. Then the Lord sent fiery serpents, seraphim, among the people. And they bit the people, so that many people of Israel died. And the people came to Moses and said, We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he take away the serpents from us. So Moses prayed for the people, and the Lord said to Moses, Make a fiery serpent, seraphim, and set it on a pole, and everyone who is bitten when he sees it shall live. So Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on a pole, and if a serpent bit anyone, he would look at the bronze serpent and live. Now, the interesting part of the story, or many interesting parts of the story, but the one we're going to focus on is the language used by the Lord versus the language used by Moses and the people. When the Lord is talking, the term seraph or seraphim is stated. When Moses and the people are talking, the term nakash is used. Nakash is translated as snake or serpent. Nakash is also the term used of the snake in the Garden of Eden, and I'm getting those definitions from Strong's Concordance. Seraphim are utilized by God as an instrument of judgment towards the people in the desert. The Lord sent seraphim, plural. Seraphim are involved with types and shadows of the atoning power of Jesus Christ. Seraphim are the instrument God uses in examples. It is not the seraph that atones for sin. In Isaiah 6, verse 7, it is the burning coal carried by the seraph that removes the sin. So the fire cleanses, purifies in the example. That's the point. The Lord told Moses to make a seraph. Moses made a bronze nakash, and placed it on the pole. So when the people put their faith in God's word to look at the bronze serpent for healing, they were spared their human lives at that time. Seraphim were involved in examples of the promise to come. And we're going to take a look at Colossians 1, verse 20 to close with. And through him, that's Christ, to reconcile all things to himself, having made peace through the blood of his cross. Through him, I say, whether things on earth or things in heaven. Seraphim are definitely heavenly beings. So there's a lot more going on than just Jesus being our sacrificial lamb for sin. I mean, whether things on earth or things in heaven, there's some stuff going on we probably don't fully understand, let alone try to grasp the gospel of Christ itself as it pertains to our salvation and security into heaven. So just something to chew on. This is going to be categorized under angels over here in the far right column. You can click on angels. I think we're about 3 or 4 of these into this series, and I may have found a couple of older things I've done I'm probably going to add to this list as well. So you can click on angels, have a systematic theology study, angelology. Click here if you're interested in those types of things. Also, if you want to follow along, click right here in this box, enter your email address, and you'll receive a notification every time we put up something. Try to put up something a few times a week. Hope you guys enjoy the blog. If so, please share it with others. And I appreciate you guys following along. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.